We have here in front of us very important table with codes which tell us really about what is going on in the quarrel between the Arabs and Israel, and no doubt that if this table will be studied properly, so we'll understand what is the meaning of this struggle and how it should be solved, because we believe that everything is in the Torah. As we know, the codes are part of the Torah, of the oral Torah, of the secrets of the Torah, and as is written in Kabbalah that the Torah was a blueprint of creation, and the Vilna Gaon says in his book Sefer Desneota that everything which was and it is in the Torah, and one of the ways that we found out about it is through the codes. Now, what we have in this table and what is really the important message which comes from it, and no doubt that if we will follow it properly, we study it, we'll know exactly how this problem can be solved. So what we have in this table and what are the sentences and the words coming here, as we see many of them minimal and significant meetings. So let us see first what is in the center of this table. So in the center of this table you have Yerushalayim, Jerusalem. You see Yerushalayim, Yud Resh Vav Shin, Lamed Yud Mem in red. This is Jerusalem, appearing it in the minimal skip in the Torah, which is 71 letters between letter to letter. Here you have the number 36 because every line is divided into two. But basically, in one line, you have 71 is the number between letter to letter of Yerushalayim, and it is also a secret minimal number which is very significant, and this is 71. 71 is a number of the judges which were in the Sanhedrin, in the High Court in Yerushalayim, with the extra one which was the president, the Nasi. So 71. Also very important number, and no doubt that even the skip between letter to letter of Yerushalayim has important message in it. That Yerushalayim is really a place of the Torah, which comes here also. You can see here the word La Torah to the Torah, and Keter, the crown. We know that's the crown. Numerical value is 620 represents the 630 mitzvot, plus the 7 Doraita and the 7 mitzvot the Rabbanan. So we have also 220 letters in the 10 Commandments, corresponding to the 620 mitzvot that the Jew have to keep. So you have the Torah to the Torah, you have Keter, appearing in parallel to Yerushalayim, to Jerusalem, which is really the source of Torah, Ki Mitzion Tezeh Torah. You have the word Zion here, Zion coming here, Zion Ki Mitzion Tezeh Torah, Udvar Hashem Mirushalayim. So clearly indicating to these things. Now being minimal, definitely best meeting of Zion and the Torah as no doubt important message. Now where it appears, you can see here, it appears really, Yerushalayim appears in few verses in Genesis Aleph, the chapter is 17. The verse is 14, and it goes, Yerushalayim goes up till chapter 17, the same chapter, and the verse 20, which is interesting. Few verses, really, that you have Yerushalayim, and the story, as you can see, it is about the Brit. You see Brit Milah, Brit, Brit. You see all these psukim have to do with circumcision, which Abraham did, and Ishmael his son. So this is also an area when God promises the land to Israel, as is written here, at Briti, my covenant, Akim, at Yitzchak, I will establish with Isaac. And here also you have the verse, Vakimoti at Briti Ito, and it's written later on to give him the land. So clearly indicating that in the merit of keeping the Brit, which Brit is not only the Brit Milah, it is also Shabbat, which is called Brit Olam, and Tznius, definitely all this idea to be with morality, man to woman, Tznius, So everything is brought here in this table. So Yerushalayim is the center, Torah and Zion parallel. And what more we have in this table, which is really very, very interesting. So we have here the word Uli Ishmael Shmaticha. This was the answer which God gave to Abraham when Abraham asked God, please bless my son Ishmael. So God said, okay, I will listen to you, I will bless him. And this is a sentence, and this fits with Kabbalah, with the Zohar, which says that the Arabs had control over Jerusalem from the time they conquered Jerusalem. It was about 638, around this area. And the Zohar says that Ishmael, the Arabs, will have control over Israel only when Israel will be dry from Jews, as their circumcision is dry. They don't have all this what Jews have in circumcision, the priya, the foreskin taken away, and all the sanctity, all the kedusha is involved in it. So amazingly, I saw in an old book that if you take the numerical value of Ishmael Shmaticha, we come to 1337, and you count from the time that the Arabs had control over Jerusalem, it comes to the 6th-day war. So showing that the right or the strength of the Arabs on Israel was up till 67, when Israel got back Yerushalayim. And it was only, unfortunately, because of Dayan, who gave them the right to be in the Kodesh HaKodashim, the Holy of the Holies. And it was Israel, it was Peres who brought Arafat and made all this thing with him. So in fact, their real force on Jerusalem, on Israel, was finished on 67, which is really indicated the numerical value here. Now, what more we see here? We see clearly that really the real promise was Yitzchak, which God said that with him I will establish the covenant, the Brit, and here also that Britim, a covenant, I will establish with Isaac, even though Ishmael was blessed. Now, what you have here is the word before, the same skip, Riv Yerushalayim. This is about the quarrel of Yerushalayim between Ishmael, between Israel and Ishmael, and between Yitzchak, definitely Isaac, and Ishmael. Ishmael was shooting arrows on Yitzchak, trying to kill him. Like today, they are shooting missiles. But at that time, it was the arrows that he was trying to kill Isaac, but he was not successful. And so it will be in future, as we know, what our forefather indicates what is going to be to their descendants. So everything that was going between Yitzchak and Ishmael is really going between the Arabs and Jews today. Now you have the continuation of the same skik, Yerushalayim Aruach. It means the spiritual values of Yerushalayim, which is the Torah, everything which is in Yerushalayim, which is considered, according to Kabbalah, the heart of the world. This is why all nations want Jerusalem, the Christians, the Islam, but definitely belong to Jews. Is Yitzchak, Isaac, that God promised to him. This is called taken by Ashraf and Patach. Patach and Ashraf, we know in the past they did all this problem up till today. Patach, Abu Mazen, and so on. Arafat before, Ashraf, PLO, and Patach. Now, it is interesting. We said in other tables that Patach have basically the word Peitaf, which is in Hebrew means temptation, lefatot, and this is a numerical value of the evil force of the Lilith, which is appearing here. Lilith, you can see it parallel. Lilith coming here, which is the evil force of lust, which gives force to Ishmael. According to Kabbalah, Ishmael is connected with Chesed Shel Tumah, with lust, and this is why the Jews are sinning, especially in immorality, sexual things, prostitution, and everything, homosexual, all these things give power to the Arabs, and this is why they are causing to us all these terror attacks, especially in Eilat, which is a place of lot of prostitution in the time of the summer. So clearly we see here that the quarrel of Yerushalayim, which is the center of the holiness of Kedusha, the place of the Ruach, of the Torah, right? This is the main quarrel between these forces, or the evil force, which try to get Israel from the Jews, but God promised they will get it, but only in condition you have the word Teshuvah Lakel. Amazingly, every 6 letters minimum in the whole Torah, you have the word Shuvah, repentance to God. Yeah, by repenting to God, Jerusalem will be back to Israel, the full Jerusalem, and the most important thing definitely is to do Shuvah, to keep Torah, to keep the Shabbat, all the 600 the Keter mitzvot, the Keter mitzvot of the Torah, which is 620 mitzvot, and also amazingly you have here the year, this year, Be Taf Shin Ein Aleph. By the way, this is a minimal skip of 5771, this year, that you see clearly, and no doubt that we see it in a strong way in the United Nations. You know, when they're going up blame, they want to a state, Palestinian state, they want Yerushalayim. So all this quarrel will be very strong. Be Tafshin Ayin Aleph in 771, this Elul, this month. And amazingly, it comes also in the minimal appearance in Bereshit. It cannot be coincidence. So let us hope that this really should be studied properly, and to do Teshuvah, to do repentance. Now there comes Elul. The Elul is exactly the month of Teshuvah. Maybe it's no coincidence that all these problems in September come because it should provoke Jews to do Teshuvah, because this is the purpose of Ishmael. As we remember, we brought in the name of Pirkei Rabbi Eliezer that the name Ishmael means God will hear, and Pirkei Rabbi Eliezer says that Ishmael will cause so many problems to Jews, so many troubles, that Israel will have to shout and to pray like they prayed. Now, what happens there? They prayed in the Kotel that God will save us from all these troubles. So in fact, what you see here, you see clearly this idea that Ishmael is written in books, that when Abraham asked God that he had a choice, either Jews should be punished in hell in future, or to go through exile. So Abraham asked from exile, even though he knew quite well that they are going to get a lot of troubles there, a lot of suffering, but he said better suffering in this world than in the spiritual world, in the world to come. And Ishmael is one of this one will cause Jews most of the troubles, the terrible troubles as we see today, with all these terror attacks, all these suiciders and so on. All the purpose of it is to bring Jews to do Teshuvah, like to God, like Ishmael, that God will listen to our prayers. So Balaturim says, we saw it in the other tables, that only when Israel will fall in future, Messiah will come, Mashiach will come, because all the time Ishmael is still here doing Jews' troubles, which means that Jews are not doing the proper Teshuvah. It's only by doing the Teshuvah to God properly, then the end of Ishmael will be. So interesting, as we said, this Teshuvah Lakel, repentance to God, is a minimal in the Torah. When you have 6 letters, between letter to letter, number 6, we wrote a book about 6, because number 6 is a very mystical number, has to do with holiness, with sanctity. So let us hope and wish and pray that Jews will do proper Teshuvah, and should know that it is not by politics, not by all kind of attacks, whatever the plan to do to get rid of Hamas, of Ishmael. The only way to get is through doing Teshuvah. Because when Jews will do Teshuvah to God, then the Arabs will realize that Jews are the chosen nation, like Ishmael himself. We know our Rabbi Selas is indicated in the Torah that he gave precedence to Isaac. He realized in the end that Isaac is the firstborn and he deserved to have the land. So Khatam Sofer and others says it's also indicated in future, after a long time, the Arabs themselves will realize when Jews will do Teshuvah, behave according to the Torah, keep Shabbat properly, keep Mitzvot properly, so then the Arabs themselves will understand and give respect to Jews. Like today we see with Christians, a lot of Christians love Israel. It is really part of this process, but it will go much stronger. Jews really will keep Judaism properly, will cook mitzvot properly, cook morals properly, and they will be really a source of light to all the nations. So let us hope that this will happen soon in our time, as we are living now in very, very crucial time. So let us wait and pray for Mashiach to come quickly, speedily.